because this time we are talking about the poem named A Slumber Did My Spirit Still by William Wordsworth. We are very much conscious of taking into account the life and death from the perspective of William Wordsworth. We know that it is a poem which is remembered to philosophize love and death. It is not so easy for a person to talk about both love and death at the same time. But we can say that it is all the credit of William Wordsworth that he has not only talked about love and death at the same time, but talked in terms of philosophy. He has just started his personal feeling of love, but later on he is able to generalize it to understand the death. That has been a very curious subject matter for the philosopher, poet and religious teacher. I am Naveen Kumar Jha, Associate Professor in English, RAGS College, Ahilya Asthan, talks about the thing which is assimilated on my personal experience as well. I can say that I too have an interested to understand love and death. But when I read the poem of William Wordsworth, A Slumber Did My Spirit Still, I think that there should be no easy and cozy understanding of love and death as William Wordsworth has presented in his poem. Now, before we are going to talk about actually his conception of love and death, we should come to the point that he has a very much image in his mind of Lucy. Whether she was known or unknown to her is not clear. We can definitely not say that Lucy exists and with whom William Wordsworth has love. It remains a little bit imaginative, and even in this poem we do not come to any line or discussion where the term Lucy has been just written or expressed. It is all on our understanding of his poem and philosophy that we can say that he was unconsciously in love with Lucy. So, first thing as I think is about Lucy is that Lucy was connected to nature, which exists between the spiritual and human being. Or we can also say that she has been linked between a spiritual world and human world. And it is easy to understand that she is a very much process by which William Wordsworth has just come over the human fear of death. And he has been successful in making the spiritual dimension to love and death. She may be similar to a mythical character nymph who has been the instrumental one to develop the philosophy or to present the idea which is rather philosophical and cumbersome to understand by the poet. So she has been just in the mind of William Wordsworth to concretize his theory of love and death. Now, we can say that she exists within the poem, and she exists in the narrator's consciousness also. The poet himself is a narrator, and he is just very much just talking about just her presence in his life, that he thinks that he cannot make any kind of just idea or just discussion of love and death without the conception of Lucy. Now, in the first stanza, we find that the poet describes narrators transcending human fears. So, the poet remains just like human being, as we people are also fearful of death. We have also certain kind of, mental fear when you are talking about death and something like that, because you generally find that death takes something away from us, and so we always want to possess the beautiful and lovable thing on our command. We do not want to lose whatever is the best to us. And when you are just thinking that death approaches, we think that it can snatch the beautiful, lovely, and nearest and dearest from our life. But we can say that it is the principle of immortality of life which has been deciphered by the idea of Lucy. Now, in the first stanza, it is simple human fear and feeling which has been expressed. But later on we can find that the idea of immortality of soul has been just the focal point of discussion of William Wordsworth. We can say that death kills our body, but it does not kill our soul. This immortal idea has been here transcribed through the conception of Lucy in this poem also. So through the conception of Lucy, the poet tries to say that actually we are all living in nature. We are all just going to just be in the nature, and we are integrated into the nature. So through nature, we make our life immortal. And soul is immortal in the sense it takes a new form after death. So poets' feeling towards an immortality has been connected through the conception of imagination of Lucy. We know that death makes us separate from the one just whom we like most. The narrator slumbers because his understanding of Lucy is not conscious. Now, he was thinking that Lucy is not going to die ever. Perhaps he was thinking that Lucy will always be present, or physically, just she is not going to die. It is what his what we can call illusion was about Lucy. But soon we find that he gets disillusioned with this fact. When Lucy dies, just he comes to the point that yes, everybody dies. No matter how much beautiful, no matter how much important that thing is in our life. So from that slumbering stage of idea, he is coming to the very much what we can call broader conception of life through the death of Lucy. We also find that Lucy exists on an unconscious level for the narrator, because we find the actual love exists in unconscious level. Consciously, we are expressing our love for others, and we think we need certain words and phrases to express our love. And we use it also. But we know that it is all the conscious expression. But when we are talking about love, we find that it is actually the matter of unconscious reality. That it is just through in our deeper level of life where love is just felt and love is just realized. So Lucy is a symbol of love for him, or actually he is in love with Lucy. That is not a real character. So just he has made some unconscious just image of Lucy, and with that unconscious image he is in love. But he is awakened from a dream when just she is dead, and it is why he does not feel shocked at learning of her death, because now he is a changed personality. He comes out from his slumbering stage, and we can say that when just he was talking about Lucy, he was thinking that Lucy will always be consciously just related with his life. But his death has just made the picture change. Now he thinks that she has been absorbed into nature, and she has been living with stone, tree, and other natural objects. Rather, she has been transformed into natural objects. And we can say even our body, which is dead, is transformed and changed and is absorbed into the natural system, including a stone and tree. So our whole existence, as a matter of fact, is spiritual. We cannot say that just our body is destroyed by death. It is not destroyed. Our death is not capable of destroying even our body. We think that body is killed, but to poet, even body is not killed. When someone dies, like when Lucy dies, now she has just made a greater philosophy of explaining death, that she will be just integrated, she will be internally related with the natural world and natural objects, including a stone and tree. So how her body is destroyed? Her body is not destroyed. Now her body is living in form of tree, in form of a stone, or in form of the movement of the earth and so on. So just when we start the poem, we find that this would be the poem of loveliness and loss. But the more you progress into the poem, you find that it is an ode to the beauty and dignity of an idealized woman, that something ideal thought remains in the ideal stage of mind. And it is why the poet has conceived an ideal entity in terms of Lucy. And we can ideally talk about death and love when we are ideally in love with some ideal character like Lucy. It is why this high-level philosophy has been just brought out by William Wordsworth. So we can say that Lucy is unknown, Lucy is remote, both physically and intellectually. What kind of love is this? That we do not have any physical contact, intellectual contact with Lucy. We cannot see her because she is not here with us. She is not present with us. So we can say that she is not very much essentially related with our physical existence. We cannot say even intellectually we can talk about Lucy because we are not seeing her, we are not touching her, and we are not just able to realize her through our sense organs and so on. So when someone is physically and intellectually remote from our existence, that becomes an ideal just love. And it is what the romantic just explanation of love is. So it is also romantic expectation of human, and especially of the poets, that he is thinking and talking about Lucy. Now, when the poet knows the fact that Lucy is dead, now his fear is gone. Now, he is not fearful of losing anything. And there is no sense of loneliness because the speaker's soul felt at peace. The speaker's soul is asleep. It is in deep calm, and he thinks that there is nothing to fear. Slow slumber sealed or protected my spirit. We find that, yes, it is a new kind of just understanding about death, and Lucy especially. So Lucy too is marked by passing of time or the ravages of nature or other mortals are. So all mortals are just to become the part of nature. Yes, naturally we find that physical just existence is to demolish, but ultimately that becomes the part of nature, and nature is a kind of transformation of our mortal existence. So in the second stanza, we are just coming to the idea of Lucy's death. But she lies still and powerless. When she was alive, she was just moving, she was hearing, she was just touching and so on. All these physical activities were performed by Lucy when she was alive. So we can also say death is another name of being still, being powerless, being motionless, being unable to make human activities. So when we stop our human activities, we can say that it is death. So death makes just human activities stop. And it is why the poet says that she is unable to see or hear, and she has become a part of the day-to-day world of nature. Now, when human existence is over, we are occupying the spiritual existence, and we are taking the shape of the nature in terms of tree and rock and other natural objects. So here the point to understand is that now this human activity is no longer taking place after death. So it is the pause of, it is the cease of human activities. And when we get death, we find that we are just into the improved stage of our existence. We can also say that it is the stage cycle of our life, that we are just going closer to nature, or we are getting just very much essentially related with nature and so on. So poet does not mention ever Lucy's name, and we can surmise tentatively that Wordsworth had Lucy in mind. So we have already discussed that it was his idealized, women with whom he was in love. We never just have been able to find her anywhere into the natural, into the living world. So he is just in the position to describe death as a peaceful sleep. She would, so the wall diagonal implies that the girl is now back amongst the worlds of nature and has become a part of something greater, that is immortality. Nature is not going to be dead just any time. We find that nature is as true as any other just a spiritual reality. So nature itself is a part of a spiritual reality, and death is a spiritual reality, because with death our body is transformed into the natural object, and so it becomes the greater part, that is the part of immortality. So we can say that till we are alive, we are described as mortal, because our human activities will be stopped. And when we just die, we find that we get the status of immortality, because here we find that our whole existence is transformed into the natural world. So the point is that here there is just a conception of immortality of soul. At the same time, there is a conception of improved stage of life, that is immortality. When we are living our life, it is naturally a mortal life, because we know that one day we have to die, we have to stop all these activities, or death will come to stop all these human activities and so on. But with that kind of stoppage of human activities, We are actually just sent and thrown to just what we can call upper just human activity, or it is just the supernatural existence that we get through through immortality. And finally, we can say that it is slumber that refers to spiritual peace. Now, it is just we generally find that we are in peace when we are just coming to realize the actual status of things. We find Buddha gets peace after being delighted, after being enlightened, we can say. So it is a kind of enlightenment that the fear of a human being is simply just thrown away. Because just we are fearful just when we are ignorant of the reality. We do not know what the real status of thing is. But when we come to the real status of thing and we know whatever is the real point, then we become simply peaceful. It is only spiritual peace. So we find just Vivekananda was also in spiritual peace, and Buddha and Mahavira were in spiritual peace because they have all realized, they have all just enlightened. Wordsworth is enlightened with the death of Lucy. That is simply knowing the fact that Lucy, who was mortal, has become immortal with death. And it is the great secret of life that Wordsworth has known. So, first stanza just explains that Lucy would not be touched by passing time or earthly years. She lacks motion, force, human action, everything. Now there is no just act of, and there is no impact of time, and there is no impact of earthly activities on Lucy, because with death, just all impact is also vanished. We are simply just coming to just the stage of nature which is not getting just affected. Rather, it affects other things. So when we are alive, we are affected by nature. But when we are dead, we are not affected by nature. We become the part of nature, so we start affecting other things with nature and natural activities. So, just the living stage is just a name of human activities, human just sense of living. But death is natural activity. Now, we are just mingled with nature. And so whatever natural activity takes place, we become the part of that natural activity. And we become just a little bit greater in existence than we have in while we are alive. So now she just was touched by time, but now when with death, she is not touched by time. So she is not going to be affected by any way and so on. So it is all the very much, clear-cut idea about death that William Wordsworth has expressed through this poem. And it is very much enjoyable to know this kind of things. Thank you.